Do you sometimes feel like the foods you eat could be making your asthma worse? If you've wondered about a possible link between asthma and dairy products, you're not alone. Many people are curious if their favorite foods could be impacting their breathing, especially if they already have a dairy allergy or lactose intolerance. Let's break down the facts about asthma, dairy, and which foods might actually trigger asthma symptoms. Does dairy worsen asthma? So, is there really a connection between asthma and dairy? The good news is, for most people with asthma, dairy products aren't likely to cause any issues. Research has found no direct link between drinking milk, eating cheese, or enjoying ice cream and having asthma symptoms. In fact, a review of 10 observational studies didn't find any connection between a Western diet, including a high intake of dairy, and increased asthma in adults. Even in children, a 2017 study found that kids who consumed more dairy had a lower rate of asthma. This goes against the idea that milk or dairy automatically means more mucus or respiratory problems. For most people, the idea that dairy leads to asthma symptoms is more myth than fact. Understanding dairy allergies and lactose intolerance. However, not everyone has the same experience with dairy. Some people may experience symptoms that mimic asthma due to other issues, like a dairy allergy or lactose intolerance. What is a dairy allergy? A dairy allergy is when your immune system reacts strongly to proteins in milk, like casein or whey. Symptoms can range from hives and swelling to digestive issues or even respiratory problems. In severe cases, a person may experience anaphylaxis, a potentially life-threatening reaction that can make it difficult to breathe. For people with both asthma and a dairy allergy, exposure to milk products could indeed trigger asthma symptoms, so they need to avoid dairy strictly. What is lactose intolerance? Lactose intolerance is different. This condition occurs when someone has trouble digesting lactose, the sugar in milk, due to lack of the enzyme lactase. People with lactose intolerance may experience symptoms like stomach pain, bloating, gas, and diarrhea within a few hours of eating dairy. Unlike a dairy allergy, lactose intolerance doesn't involve the immune system, so it won't cause respiratory symptoms. However, if you have asthma, being bloated and uncomfortable can make it harder to breathe well, indirectly impacting your asthma symptoms. Foods and ingredients to avoid with asthma. Certain foods are best avoided if you have asthma. Dairy might not be an issue for most people, but some other foods can increase the risk of asthma symptoms. Foods that cause gas, foods that cause bloating or gas can make it harder to breathe comfortably. Carbonated drinks, beans, fried foods, and even garlic are common culprits. By avoiding these foods, you can reduce any discomfort in your chest, which could otherwise aggravate asthma symptoms. Sulfites and salicylates. Sulfites are preservatives used in foods like processed meats, pickled foods, dried fruits, and even alcoholic drinks like wine, beer, and cider. Salicylates are found in foods like coffee, tea, and some spices, as well as medications like aspirin. Both sulfites and salicylates can trigger asthma symptoms in some people, so you may want to avoid foods high in these ingredients if you notice they worsen your symptoms. Dairy substitutes for people with asthma. Even if dairy isn't directly linked to asthma, many people with asthma might still need to avoid it because of lactose intolerance or a dairy allergy. Fortunately, plenty of plant-based substitutes can provide the nutrition of dairy without the risk. For example, plant milks, almond, soy, and oat milks are popular dairy-free milk options. Yogurt alternatives. You can find yogurt made from almonds, coconut, and soy. Dairy-free cheese. Some cheeses are made from cashews or use a combination of nuts and nutritional yeast. Vegan sour cream. Tofu-based sour creams can replace the real thing in recipes. These options allow people with asthma and dairy sensitivities to avoid potential symptoms while still enjoying foods similar to their favorite dairy treats. Nutrition tips for asthma. If you have asthma, maintaining a well-balanced, nutrient-rich diet is essential. Not only can this help you manage asthma symptoms, but it may even reduce the risk of asthma flare-ups. Here are some general diet recommendations. Anti-inflammatory foods. Fruits, vegetables, and fish are known for their anti-inflammatory properties. These foods can help reduce inflammation throughout the body, potentially lowering your risk of asthma flare-ups. Additionally, a plant-based diet might reduce overall inflammation, including the kind that can affect your lungs and worsen asthma. Vitamin D. Getting enough vitamin D is crucial for people with asthma. If you're avoiding dairy, make sure to get vitamin D from other sources, like fortified plant milks, supplements, or simply spending time in the sun. This vitamin plays an essential role in lung function and immune health, so don't overlook it in your daily routine. What foods might actually worsen asthma? While dairy itself isn't directly linked to asthma, some foods might worsen asthma symptoms. Research has shown links between diets high in red meat, sugar, and fat with higher rates of asthma. High-fat diets are associated with inflammation, which can worsen asthma. Final thoughts: listening to your body. Although research shows no direct link between dairy and asthma, it's essential to be mindful of your body's unique responses. If you find that certain foods, dairy or otherwise, seem to trigger symptoms, talk to your doctor. People with asthma should carry an inhaler and an EpiPen if they have any known food allergies. Staying informed and knowing your body can make all the difference in managing asthma effectively. In summary, dairy products aren't typically problematic for most people with asthma, and you don't have to avoid them unless you have a confirmed allergy or intolerance. However, paying attention to your overall diet, avoiding foods that might cause bloating or inflammation, and focusing on a nutrient-rich diet can help you stay one step ahead of asthma flare-ups. So go ahead, enjoy that glass of milk or cup of dairy-free yogurt, and keep breathing easy.